Hey, what's up, sports bettors? Let's hit some bets. Let's make some freaking money. So, what do I need to do? I need to share my screen, and then we can hit some bets and make some money. So, I'm on here. We'll start out. There's some good bets out there. This I already bet under 25.5 first half total points in the Bengals game. Right, it is a positive EV bet with 6.19% edge. So I already bet it, so I'm not going to include it. I have some caps money line tonight. So all we're doing on these live streams again is placing a bunch of bets from OddsJam. We're talking about promos, and we're watching our profit go up. So you can see on the OddsJam plus EV page, this bet on BetMGM has a 10.52% profit margin to the zero VIG line from Pinnacle, the sharpest sportsbook in the world. So this is an insanely good bet, 10.52% profit margin, right? So that would be a great bet, which means if we bet $100, our expected profit goes up by 10.52. So if I added it to the sheet and I bet $100 on it, this would go up by 10.52. And then we're tracking our net profit. And as you can see, these two numbers are very similar, right? Sports betting has variance, right? Sports betting has variance. You will not win every bet. You will not win every day. The people who claim to win every day are full of BS. It's all about riding out the losing streaks, trusting the process, trusting the EV, and making money in the long run as a sports bettor, right? So this first half total points bet has a 6.19% profit margin to Pinnacle. And again, we've said this a million times, but whenever an ARB exists in sports betting, so you can see an ARB is right here, that there has to be a profitable bet, right? If you can place bets on two sports books and earn a risk-free profit, that there has to be a profitable bet. And it's your job to figure out, okay, which side is profitable, which would be, the bet on DraftKings, because, this is the sharpest sportsbook in the world. So you don't want to bet against them. But anyways, we can place an ARB. We can see if there are any out there. So it looks like there's one in the Chiefs game. So if we go to the Chiefs game, only 2 NFL games left in the season. You can see under 48 is plus 205. Right here on TwinSpires. And then if I go here, because the plus number is greater than the minus number, this is an ARB. You can place a bet on both sides and earn a risk-free profit. So we see over 48s minus 200, BetMGM. I'm heavily limited. So I'm going to try to bet $100 or 150, and they're going to tell me no. And they're going to let me bet, only 45.35, right? So this ARB's not super valuable. But again, the point is most people will probably hopefully be able to bet more. And it still doesn't seem great, but again, this is risk-free profit, and this isn't even the best part of OddsJam. Nothing near it. So we bet 45.35 on this, and then 22.30 on TwinSpires. We want to bet on the opposite side. So boom, my bet on that is now placed. 22.30 on Bengals Chiefs under 48. So cool. I'm 38 cents richer, right? So I guess I'll add it to my sheet. And again, the point is these take 2 seconds to check. So this is under 48, over 48, BetMGM, TwinSpires, Chiefs game ARB. I'll add a quick description. And we just earned 38 cents in risk-free profit. So whatever, not bad for a max limited account. Again, the power of sports betting is the United States has so many frickin' sports books, right? So many sports books, right? Literally so many. So the power in OddsJam and the power in sports betting is having a bunch of sportsbook accounts, right? You want as many sports betting accounts as possible because they all have different odds, right? And why would you ever place a bet on the Bengals plus 245 on DraftKings if you can hop over to, some other book and get way better odds? It doesn't make sense. That is a guaranteed way to lose money. Sports betting is all about these small edges of, 5% to 6% to 7% and watching those returns compound and compound and compound. That is sports betting, profitable sports betting. So again, you're going to need multiple sports books, right? So we have some links on YouTube. Go to this YouTube live stream, look at the description. If you're not, if you're in a state where BetMGM is legal, sign up for a link with BetMGM. We'll direct you to the best sports betting deposit bonus they have in your state, right? For Caesars in Arizona, they're offering you $1,000 for free for signing up, as well as a free frickin' NBA jersey, right? Not that, an NBA jersey is as good as $1,000, but you get the point, right? Very, very profitable. Very, very profitable sign-up bonus across these sports books. So you're going to need multiple sports books. You want to sign up for multiple sports books. And again, that's the only way to really maximize value from OddsJam. So we can go back here. Again, you saw how low my BetMGM limits are, so I'll just filter it out. I think I'm going to go live later tonight as well with a longer live stream, so you can tune into that. But before that, again, go through all the links on YouTube and sign up for all of these sports books, right? That is the only way you are going to become a profitable sports bettor, is because all these sports books have different odds. You need multiple sports books, right? Because a bet at plus 105 is vastly different than a bet at minus 105 odds. Everything is in the odds. You're not going to win every time. It's all about the odds you're getting, which will determine, are you going to be a profitable or an unprofitable sports bettor? So what we can do now is we can hit some prop bets, so you can see right here, this bet has a 7.83% return. Javal McGee under 11.5 points. So I'll go to NBA, got to move quick to get in on the best ones. So I'll go to points, and then, I'll control F this guy's name, under 11.5 plus 100, and we'll throw 75 bucks on it. I like to play props a bit smaller, but you can see like the sharpest sports book in the frickin' world has this at minus 136, and we're getting plus 100. We're getting plus money. So this bet has a 7.83% profit margin to the zero vig line from Pinnacle, the sharpest sports book in the world. So if you don't have DraftKings, you're not going to be able to place this bet, right? It's not like you're able to get plus 100 on any other books, right? If we click into this and we go to minus 136, like you can see, like FanDuel has this minus 116, Caesars minus 110, TwinSpires minus 103. You need DraftKings to be able to place this. So click all the links below, sign up for all these sports books. That's really the only way you're going to be successful as a sports bettor. So I placed this, we have 75 bucks on Javal McGee. So we can see, Javal McGee under 11.5 points. And also the Pistons game we had last night, that was a live bet. I'll have to check, what the score was. I'm not sure. But if we go to Javal McGee under 11.5, it's plus 100. We bet 75 bucks on it. Our expected profit margin, or our edge, right? Just like the stock market goes up 8% a year, but there's fluctuations. That's essentially what this number is right here, 7.83%. So I can add it to my bet tracker, right? So this is 0, and then that's 100. So I have 100 bucks on DraftKings, I have 75. So I can go to my bet tracker and I can edit that, and that's at a 7.83% return. So we just made, $5.87 in EV. So the sum of expected profit will go up, and then we'll see if it realizes in real term profit. And what you'll notice is over the course of the long run, due to the law of large numbers, these numbers will be very similar, right? So we can go back here. Like yesterday, as an example, I had an incredible bet. We hit an incredible bet on this live stream. Again, check out our blog. Literally everything you want to learn about will be in the blog. But if we go back to the bet tracker and we can reload this bet tracker, we bet the Lakers plus 165. They closed. The closing line was plus 152. So we had insane CLV, closing line value. The bet lost, but it doesn't matter, right? I don't get concerned in that. All I want to see is green on my bet tracker and that I'm beating the closing line. So a lot of the stuff on OddsJam is completely free. Our odds comparison site is completely free. Our low holds page is completely free. Our bet tracker is completely free. Just sign up, make an account. That's all you have to do. Never need to put in your credit card. You'll get the bet tracker, which is really useful because we show you when you beat the closing line. The only way to be a profitable sports bettor long-term is to beat the closing line. Look it up anywhere. This is very well known. Closing line value. We have some blog posts about it. We have a getting started guide. You need to be beating the closing line. And what's really cool about the OddsJam bet tracker is if you go to your settings and you turn on CLV notifications, we will send you an email alert if your bet is no longer good to the closing line, right? So people ask me all the time, do you place bets far in advance? And of course I do. I place bets, a year in advance, sometimes a future, right? That's a future. Maybe not a year, but you get my point. If you're betting on, NFL Super Bowl winners because you think a bet is really good, that bet's in the future, right? So I'll place bets, in advance. I have some UFC bets for February 5th. I have some soccer bets for February 13th that I've given out on YouTube Shorts and stuff like that. So absolutely, I place bets far in the future. Not all the lines all end with positive CLV, right? Some lines move against you, right? This Ryan Tannehill line under 30.5 passing attempts moved against me, right? I bet it plus 102 and it closed, or I bet it minus 115 and it closed plus 102. So that sucks. But the great thing is OddsJam would send me an email alert and then I can go and I can try to cash out my bet. So this is really the power of OddsJam, right? Real-time data. You can see I was able to get the Pelicans last night, minus 120 odds. I gave out this pick on Twitter, or not on Twitter, on TikTok, stuff like that. And our bet is so good. WinBet is saying, hey, we'll give you $29.55 just to take your bet off. I bet $350. They're letting me cash out. If I wanted to, they'd let me cash out $379.55. So $29.55 in risk-free profit I could earn just by hitting that cash out button. $29.55. But I'm not going to do that because I think my bet is good. So I've bet on the Clippers. So a few bets open. We can see what I have on FanDuel. Again, I'm not going to be live super long today. But you can see on FanDuel, a bunch of freaking soccer bets. These games are pretty far in advance, but I thought all the bets were mathematically profitable, and they were found on the OddsJam plus EV page. So here's another amazing bet, right? Player assist, Herbert Jones, under 2.5, right? It's an ARB. This is an ARB. It will show up on the ARB page. This is an ARB between, you want to bet all ARBs to Pinnacle, right? One book has to be wrong, right? FanDuel or so we can go here. I just want to shut up while I place this incredible bet. And we can go to the Pelicans game, and then we can go to player assist under 2.5, Herbert Jones. And you can see it already moved down. No, they just took it up to plus 128. So the lines are constantly moving. So I was looking at plus 104. Plus 128 is obviously better. And they're going to limit me to 117.2. That's an incredible bet. So FanDuel Unlimited, I already showed you, made too much money off these guys. So now we have Jones under 2.5 assists plus 128. Plus 128. And we can use an EV calculator to back out the EV of our bet. So I'll show you that here in a sec. See, and you can see it already moved back down on this side to plus 118 because we got such a freaking incredible bet. So 1.7, and now it's down to plus 100. That is how you frickin' bet on sports. Crushed it. So 117.2. So we got plus 128. We bet 117.2. Insane value. Insane. Right? Plus 104. Pinnacle's market is minus 129. Minus 103. So they have this bet fair, minus 108.71, and we got it plus 128. Freaking insane. So if we go to an EV calculator, we're winning this bet 52.09% of the time. So 52.09 where is our win percentage. We're betting it at plus 128. Our EV is 18.77%. Freaking insane. The return of the stock market in 2 years. We just gotten one bet that is going to be over tonight. That is why sports betting is so powerful. You're placing bets with these mathematical edges and watching your returns compound and compound and compound. So what I can do now is, figure out the expected profit of my bet, which is insane, right? I'm essentially freaking $22 richer. So you'll see this expected profit go up right here. And now they're almost identical, right? So we'll have to see how these bets realize, but an absolutely incredible bet. And you can see, I could have ARB'd it. Well, now it's gone, right? You got to move quick. But FanDuel was minus 103 on the over, and the under was plus 128 on FanDuel. So if you had both accounts, right, minus 103, plus 128, you could have ARB'd that for a 5.44 or 5.4% risk-free return. Absolutely insane. That is the power of OddsJam. Right. So we can go back here. You can see there's a bunch of profitable bets out there. A lot of good player props. So that's fun to bet on. Some soccer bets. We can hit a few more. And then I think we'll call it a day. So Gilgeous Alexander, under 1.53s. Again, it can be a little overwhelming, but you can filter all your settings around in OddsJam. You can filter out the books that you don't want to see. You can filter your email alerts. Everything is customizable, which is why the product is so powerful. And again, I'm not going to stay live super long because we got someone else coming on live here, a very special man here in a second. So I won't stay live too long, but I'll probably come back on tonight. But you can just kind of go through, right, and bet these, add them to your bet tracker, track your CLV. Beating the closing line is the most important thing as a sports bettor. You can see I got plus 100 on DraftKings. The CLV, the current zero vig line to Pinnacle, the sharpest sportsbook in the world, is minus 117. Absolutely incredible bet. So, this bet may not win, but over the course of the long run, if I'm placing bets that are beating the closing line at Pinnacle, the sharpest sportsbook in the world, I'm guaranteed mathematically to make money as a sports bettor due to the law of large numbers. But again, the condition for all of this is you need as many sportsbook accounts as possible in your state. So go to YouTube, go to the description, look at your state. If you're in Colorado, you have the world of opportunity available to you. Click the link, get Maxime Bet. Click the link, get Betfred. Click the link, get BetMGM. Click the link, get all these books, because that's what you need to be successful as a sports bettor. And what's so fascinating about the US as well is all these states have different sports books. Like you can see I'm in Arizona, I don't have the score, but if I go to Colorado, I see the score. And I also see Sports Illustrated. And you're like, what? Sports Illustrated as a sports book? So yeah. And obviously, therefore, the opportunities will change by state. And then the last thing I'll say before I hop off, absolutely insane, 19.95% EV. So I want to add this to my bet tracker and just gloat on you because I got this bet down. 117.2, most insane bet I've gotten in a while, most insane EV. Absolutely incredible. That's the power of OddsJam. And we'll continue to see our net profit go up. That's all I got for now. Sign up for all these sports books. Check OddsJam as much as you can. These opportunities are always, always, always changing, right? Sports betting is a market. It's just like the stock market. Players get injured. Lines move. Books post odds for the next day. Sharp action comes in. Lines are always moving. You need to be on OddsJam as much as possible to get the most value out of it, right? So that's all I got for now. We'll be back later. Appreciate you all. Thank you so much.